Hello, my dear students. Today, this video is on barriers of entrepreneurship. We know what is entrepreneurship, that is starting the new business. And what is the meaning of barrier? Barriers are difficulties. Now, let us understand what are those difficulties during the entrepreneurship. The first one is lack of capital, that is, lack of money. Yes, this is must. When you want to start your own company or the firm or the organization, the first thing what you want to require is money. Without money, without investment, you cannot run any business, and that is why investment is important. And in case you are not having your personal investment or the money or finance to start your business, at least you should have the personal property, so that you can actually lend or borrow the loans from the bank or the other agencies. So that is why lack of capital, lack of money is actually the first difficulty. If you are not having money, it's not possible to start the business. Then is lack of technical knowledge. Without technical knowledge also you cannot run the business, because to start the any enterprise you have to have the basic knowledge about the productions, marketing, and also you have to learn about the mechanics, about the machines and all, in case you want to start the manufacturing industry. See, here the technical skills are like sets of abilities or the knowledge used to perform practical tasks in the areas of mechanics, science, mathematics, and information technology. It can also be in the field of finance, where in the finance you have to learn about the investment concepts, then the ratio analysis, and also the operational cost calculation. So there are different terms in the finance which you need to study. And again, in the marketing you have to study the marketing strategies, advertisement strategies. Then again, you have to have the concepts about the human resource management, where you will be controlling the manpower. So that is why the technical knowledge is important, without which you cannot again start the business, where the entrepreneurship cannot be run successfully. That is why lack of knowledge also becomes the obstruction or the barrier for entrepreneurship. Then the next is economic business cycle. Now, economic business cycle, it's a cycle which explains us about the business. So it's a downward and upward movement about the gross domestic product around its long-term growth trend. So in the business cycle, there can be a expansion, there can also be the recession. So you can be in the profit or the loss, which is actually dependent on the business cycle again. Then is the non availability of raw materials. So if you're not having the raw materials, it's not possible to run the business, because again the scarcity of raw materials will hamper the productivity. That is why the non availability of raw materials are also actually considered as the barriers for the entrepreneurship. Because scarcity, again, as I said, for the necessary inputs you actually require the necessary raw material, so that you can produce the final outcome, final output successfully. Then again, the government regulations also act sometimes as a barriers for the entrepreneurship. They can come up with the new taxation rules and the regulations. Then is unstable and unpredictable markets. Again, as I said, y'all, it's really difficult to maintain the stability in the economic market. You cannot actually predict the future, how exactly the demand for the product will be, or how your position will be there in the marketplace. And you cannot actually predict who will be the competitors for your products again, or for your services. So that is why everything in the business is uncertain. So unstable and unpredictable markets is another cause for the barriers for the entrepreneurship. Then also the globalization and entry of foreign goods. Nowadays, the again one this is one of the factor which actually hampers again the productivity of the entrepreneurship, because most of the globalized and the foreign goods are being prioritized more. So the entry of foreign goods actually acts as a barriers for the entrepreneurship. So these are the common this difficulties which every entrepreneur has to go through during his entrepreneurial process. That is the lack of capital, lack of technical knowledge, economic business cycle, non availability of raw materials, government regulations, unstable and unpredictable markets, globalization, and entry of foreign goods. Okay, so these are the barriers. See you all in the next video with the again new content. Thank you.